my name is Trillian Small. Welcome to Mission Possible Stories. So I wanted to just simply wrap up this month's storytelling with a story all about smiling. So I was at Kroger's one day and just really engaging with the young lady at the register, and she wasn't smiling. She didn't smile at the person in front of me. And then when I got to the register, she didn't smile at me. And I tried smiling. I tried to make small talk, but I could not get her to crack a smile. And when she gave me my money back, she cracked a slight smile because I smiled at her. And I said to her, you're really beautiful when you do smile. And I walked out. But when I got to the parking lot, I just really wondered who stole her smile away. Because as you know, we as children, we just naturally love smiling and laughing and giggling and all the goo goo gagas. Kids naturally are smilers and laughers. And so over the course of life, sometimes things just happen over and over and over again. And that once beautiful, bright, big smile can just turn to sorrow and grief and sadness and hopelessness. And so I want to encourage you today, knowing that your smile has so much power in it, if you could only realize it. And the reason why I say that, because a smile really is an indicator of what goes on here. So that woman who was not smiling, you can tell she was really broken. But a person who is smiling and is joyful. Now, I'm not talking about that fake smile to just, put on their mask until everybody goes away and then they're back frowning and sad and depressed. I mean, that person with a smile that is filled with joy. It's filled with hope and love and peace. I mean, that kind of smile. When you have that kind of smile, that's reflective of what's going on here inside of your heart. And so I want to encourage you this week, knowing that God can give you your smile back. He can give you your song back. Whoever it is that stole your smile back, I'm declaring and decreeing today that you're going to get it back. No more will you walk around with your head hung low. No more will you walk around feeling defeated. No more will you walk around saying, woe is me. Today is your day to reclaim your smile back, because your smile is what then attracts other people. Why? Because it's the reflection of your heart. So I'm encouraging today to get your heart back, get your smile back, and ultimately truly see yourself become irresistible, not just to men, but to women, to your boss, to your children, to your husband, and for men, if you're watching, to your wife, to your girlfriend, whoever it is. When you find your smile, you find your heart, you find your song, and you find that true place of peace and joy. And that's my hope for you today. And you may be asking, well, how do I do that? How do I get my smile back? One simple way that I'll say is to begin to look at your story in a different way. Sometimes when we look at our story and we point out all of the bad things, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, and you may be sad and angry, and rightfully so. But in order to get your smile back and get your song back, in order to heal that broken place in your heart, I want you to try looking at your story maybe just from a different angle. What if you just tilt it slightly? What if you just looked at your story from a more compassionate and understanding perspective? What if you looked at your story from a victor's perspective instead of a victim's perspective? If you need to, just write down your story, or maybe those main big themes or experiences in your life that you really feel began to take away from your heart and your smile, write them down and ask the Lord to give you new insight, new revelation, new aha moments of, wow, this did happen, but woo, look at me now. I'm so much stronger. I know that was my story very early on of, my dad wasn't there. What was me? Am I ever going to be loved by a man? But the moment I looked at my story from a slightly different perspective, I realized because of that, I'm able to have such a loving heart. I mean, I'll love you to pieces. I promise you I will. But I'm also stronger because of it. And I also am able to now relate to other women who feel the exact same way. And so that's the beauty in that story. Had I not gone through that, other women that I encounter or other men that I encounter with broken hearts, I wouldn't be able to relate to them. So I'm grateful now. I wasn't at first, but I'm grateful now for that brokenness that was in my life at that time, because God took that brokenness and he turned it into beauty, and I'm now able to touch so many lives. So ask the Lord to show you the beauty and in your brokenness, and in that, I can guarantee you, you will find your heart and you will find your smile. And that's my desire for you today. And remember, as always, if all else fails, remember that love never fails. God bless.